Unsung Heroes of India, Jyotirao Phule. Jyotiba Phule, Jyotirao Govindrao Phule, 11th April 1827 to 28 November 1890. He was an Indian social activist, thinker, anti-caste social reformer, and writer from Maharashtra. Childhood. He was born as Jyotirao Phule in Satara district of Maharashtra. Family. His father Govind Rao worked as a vegetable vendor. His family belonged to the Mali caste, considered inferior to the Brahmins. His mother's name was Chimanna and he had one brother. His mother died when Jyotiba was just 9 months old. Heartbroken, his father refused to remarry and appointed a nurse to look after his two boys. Fortunately, the nurse was a kind lady and took good care of the children. Education. He attended primary school but left his studies to work in the farms. However, his neighbors who recognized the child's intelligence convinced his father to let him continue his education. Jyotiba went to the local Scottish Missions High School and passed out in 1847. In school, Jyotirao read the biographies of Shivaji and George Washington and was inspired. His father arranged his marriage when he was around 13 years of age, as was the custom during those days. Once, he went to attend the wedding of a Brahmin friend where he was insulted as he belonged to a so-called lower caste. This incident made him realize the absurdity of the caste system and he resolved to fight inequality. In 1848, aged 21, Phule visited the first girls' school in Ahmednagar run by Christian missionaries. It was also in 1848 that he read Thomas Paine's book Rights of Man and developed a keen sense of social justice. Thomas Paine's Rights of Man. He realized that lower castes and women were at a disadvantage in Indian society and also that education of these sections was vital to their emancipation. To this end and in the same year, he encouraged his young wife Savitribai to read and write. At home, he began educating his wife Savitribai and opened a first girls' school on 15th May 1848 in Pune. The orthodox opponents of Jyotiba were furious and they started a vicious campaign against him. The orthodox opponents also forced his own family and community to ostracize them. Them here refers to Jyotiba and his wife. During this period, their friend Usman Sheikh and his sister Fatima Sheikh provided them with a roof over their heads. They also helped to start the school in their premises. No female teacher was available to teach in the school. As no teacher dared to work in a school in which untouchables were admitted as students, Jyotiba asked his wife to teach in the school. Later, the Phule started schools for children from the then untouchable castes such as Mahar and Mang. In 1852, there were 3 Phule schools in operation. 273 girls were pursuing education in these schools, but by 1858, they had all closed. Eleanor Zelliot blames the closure on private European donations drying up due to the Indian Mutiny of 1857, withdrawal of government support, and Jyotirao resigning from the school management committee because of disagreement regarding the curriculum. He championed widow remarriage and started a home for high caste pregnant widows to give birth in a safe and secure place in 1863. His orphanage was established in an attempt to reduce the rate of infanticide. Jyotiba's activities were extended beyond the field of education. The drinking water tank in his house was thrown open to untouchables. This would be considered a brave act even today. In 1868, it was revolutionary. He believed that revolutionary thought had to be backed by revolutionary praxis. By doing so, Phule tried to eliminate the stigma of social untouchability. On 24th September 1873, Phule formed Satyashodak Samaj to focus on the rights of the depressed groups such as women, the Shudra, and the Dalit. Through this Samaj, he opposed idolatry and denounced the caste system. Satyashodak Samaj campaigned for the spread of rational thinking and rejected the need for priests, Brahmins. This is the place where Phule addressed small meetings of the Satyashodak Samaj. Apart from his role as a social activist, Phule was a businessman too. In 1882, he styled himself as a merchant, cultivator, and municipal contractor. He owned 60 acres, 24 hectares of farmland at Mandri near Pune. For a period of time, he worked as a contractor for the government and supplied building materials required for the construction of a dam on the Mula Mutta River near Pune in the 1870s. He also received contracts to provide labor for the construction of the Katras Tunnel and the Yeravda jail near Pune. One of Phule's businesses, established in 1863, was to supply metal casting equipment. Phule was appointed commissioner, municipal council member to the then Pune municipality in 1876 and served in this unelected position until 1883. Thank you.